Alex Pereira is a near-perfect counter-striker. He doesn't sit back and wait for opponents to strike. He gets aggressive and produces enough pressure to force them to exchange. He doesn't play it safe and have to sit back and wait for his opponent to make the first move. He relies on Muhammad Ali-like defenses and a pretty decent chin to see him through, so he has opportunities to connect in the pocket. And he has the power for all that hard work to pay off. On top of that, he's smart. Oh, and one other thing, but we'll save that until the end of the video. A great example of Pereira's ring IQ was showcased in his third bout against Wilness. It was pretty clear from the get-go what Wilness' plan was. Whenever Pereira got close, Wilness tried to punish him with leg kicks, and this held true when Pereira entered, and at the tail end of exchanges.
But I'm telling you, Jason Wilness' best success is going to be attacking the legs and trying to get Pereira against the ropes.
Since Pereira likes to bounce in and out at the edge of his opponent's range to control distance and rhythm, this wasn't a bad strategy for Wilness. A more timid fighter might have tried to readjust, but Pereira took advantage. He stepped in, Wilness leg kicked, and Pereira went high.
Getting him that TKO finish.
Oh, high kick! Wow!
To his credit, Wilness made it to his feet and wanted to continue.
For the finish! What a leaping knee!
But Pereira rushed in with a jumping double knee. Understandably cautious of a roundhouse, Wilness' reflex was to cross parry, but this just ended up clearing his guard away from the real attack.
That's that completeness. That was a head kick for the first one.
One thing the kick knockdown should make clear is that Pereira loves to intercept an opponent's attack with his own at the same time, rather than defend first and then return a counter. This paid off big time when he had his first Glory middleweight title defense against Bulgari, a fighter he had formerly lost to. Even though he was the champion, he came in as a 2-to-1 underdog. Bulgari had the height advantage that was probably greater than stated on paper to Ali's so-called lean-back defense, pulling and rolling punches, or even kicks. He does this to stay in range so he could land counters. It's maybe the most dangerous way to fight and requires insane reflexes. Adding on a shoulder roll or inverse elbow block can add on additional lines of defense. But Pereira was taking damage from Bulgari. And a big part of this is that it's hard to use these tall man tactics when you're not the taller man. He needed to adjust, and adjust he did. His signature left hook had barely connected, being blocked by Bulgari's solid cover block. When he tried to enter until Pereira slipped to his left to avoid a right, slamming an overhand into Bulgari that
Is and still middleweight champion of the world.
The two soon had a rematch, and Pereira won in the first round. You'll never guess. Now, no breakdown of Pereira would be complete without talking about his incredible hook punch. The way he throws it reminds me a bit of Floyd Patterson's legendary hooks. He tends to keep his elbow pretty tight to his side until the very last moment. That makes it hard to see coming, the same way a jab coming up from the hip does. I'm also a fan of the way he likes to lean back and lift his shoulder, giving it a built-in shoulder roll. But the truly unique thing about his hook is how many ways he has to set it up. It's like if Deontay Wilder had spent time finding ways to set up his incredible right off of multiple punches rather than only his jab. It's using the full potential of your best weapon. Pereira can set it up throwing inside of a cross. He can use it to intercept a jab, both to the outside and inside. He can step off angle in either direction, or even shift back into it. And he could do all of this during long exchanges. Given the fact his hands are held so low, that's honestly the most impressive part. Following up with the hook after he throws his right is a pretty common tactic of his, often angling it in as a shovel hook. That was actually how he knocked out Israel Adesanya one of the 52 times they fought. Notice the subtle step to the outside for power and alignment. But what impresses me the most, the thing I haven't mentioned until now, is that no matter how badly things start off in a fight, this to me seems for me, so I guess I have to be a fan. If you'd like to learn more of these tactics, you can check out my highly rated books on footwork, power, defense, and style building, all written by the man whose work has been acknowledged and praised by multiple champions. Yours truly. Thanks to Glory for the awesome footage. I'd love to link to their upcoming events so you can check out the next rising stars of the sport. From the Modern Martial Artist, this has been David Christian, wishing you happy training.